Every year as we prepare for Pesach, we find ourselves with this wonderful coincidence that at the very same time we're transitioning from Sefer Shemos to Sefer Vayikra. And on the surface, this transition doesn't have anything to do with the Yontif of Pesach that we're about to celebrate, but there is a deep connection between what this transition symbolizes in our study of the Chumash and what Yontif and preparing for Yontif is really all about. The second half of Sefer Shemos is where we learn about the construction of the Mishkan and the clothing of the Kohanim, everything that was needed to be built, the resources and the talents that it required to make the Mishkan possible. And in Sefer Vayikra, we learn about the Karbanos, the ritual, the way that the Mishkan would operate on a daily basis. One could easily make the case that these are actually two halves of the same book, that one of the volumes of the Chumash should begin with the construction of the Mishkan and it should close with how the Mishkan would operate on a regular basis. But the Torah doesn't do that. Sefer Shemos has its own section in which the Mishkan is built, and only in the next book, when we turn to a new chapter and a fresh start, do we begin to think about the avoda, the ritual work of the Mishkan. This isn't by accident, it's clearly by design. The Torah is teaching us a very valuable lesson. The process by which the Jewish people built the Mishkan was a form of atonement. They were seeking Hashem's forgiveness for the creation of the Egel Hazav, for the golden calf. And in doing so, they were able to show that their talents and their resources and their energies and their passion could be directed solely to Hashem. They saw Hashem's forgiveness. But they were able to move past all of the hard work and all of the atonement and all of the kapara so that they would be able to worship purely forward-thinking, not worried about past mistakes. Sefer Vayikra is about the future. Just because of all the hard work that went into building it and all of the details and all of the experiences and the memories and the feelings that were involved in the construction, those are separate from the way the avodah is supposed to be done on a regular basis. And to me, this is the perfect metaphor for the relationship between chametz and matzah. We have to work so hard to get ready for Pesach. Maybe you're just making plans to travel, which is its own process. Maybe you're already have your sleeves rolled up and you're koshering the oven and you're finding every crumb of chametz that you need to get rid of, whatever it may be. It takes a tremendous amount of work to build Pesach, to prepare for it, to make sure that your home is ready to go. But how much energy do you have left when you turn the page, when it's actually time to celebrate? First half is getting rid of all the chametz, and the second half is Chag HaMatzos, where we create those meaningful memories, share stories, sing songs with our families. The getting rid of the chametz is just the floor, and then Yontif is the ceiling. So the relationship between and the transition from Sefer Shemos to Sefer Vayikra teaches us that we need to save some energy for the second half. Put those difficult experiences behind you and focus on celebrating the moment. We are in the thick of working so hard to make this Yontif perfect, but don't waste all of the energy on just preparing. Save some of that energy to celebrate, and with it, you'll be able to create memories and meaningful experiences that will last your families for a lifetime. Shabbat Shalom, and in advance, a Chag Kasher V'Sameach to one and all.